You're so short and I'm so fucking sexy. What's up, everyone? So today I thought I'd change a few things up here. Since me and Amber have decided a couple of years ago that we're going to go overseas at some point or another before we get married and buy a house and do all that adult stuff, we've decided to go away on a Topdeck tour actually. So for 2 months we are going to Europe. Going to leave New Zealand mid-May or beginning of May and explore around before we come back and have to grow up pretty much. So today we're going to just do a bit of a fill-in video on sort of what we're doing. No dates or stuff will be given because we don't want you breaking into our houses while we're gone, because that shit will happen. Not too keen on that at all. But we will just go for a rundown on where we're going, what we're doing, and sort of what fun you guys can look forward to on these vlogs, because we are going to be vlogging the whole thing over there. And yeah, it's going to be a good time and we want you to join us, we want you to get involved, and yeah, it's just going to be a bloody good time, so come join us. Right, so for all of you that don't know or are new to the channel, this is my fiance Amber.
Hi.
She has a blog that she'll also be doing on this trip as well, so I'll be doing the filming, she'll be doing the blogging. So check out her channel, it'll all be linked in the descriptions of all the videos. So far with these vlogs and blogs and all that, we don't know how much internet we're going to be able to have on this trip. So it might be a bit sporadic. The time schedule on how we're doing stuff will be sort of dependent on like how much time I get to edit these videos. I'm not a daily vlogger, so I don't have that sort of pump it out every day skill yet, which we'll get there, but you'll see everything we have and I'll have links to everything that we do anyway. And in terms of Amber's stuff, it's also when she can get on the computer and you know, at the same time and do her stuff pretty much. So because we'll be so sporadic, I guess, with the time schedules and how we put stuff out, we will have other forms of social media that you can follow as well. Amber's a big Instagram whore, so so you can follow her channel.
I will be posting on Instagram regularly, that's for sure, because it's more convenient and easier to be posting on Instagram than it is to be writing blog posts and getting that key photography in there. But even though we will be posting, I'm hoping to post a sort of diary from each country, so one post per country with my key shots and where I like to go, where we like to go, our favorite spots. Matt will be included in those, but Instagram I'll be regularly uploading daily, I think. Yeah, so
all those we've in the descriptions of all the videos and posts that we do. We also have Twitter, so if you need to talk to us or want to comment on something or ask us questions, just
it's the most convenient way of contacting us. We do have like there's Instagram DMs and there's also a contact form on my blog, but I think that Twitter is the most alert way to be talking to us because we like to chat with you guys. So
rightio, so let's get into what we're doing on this trip. So when our Topdeck tour starts off, in day one we are in London. So we're actually staying at the hotel that we all leave from because it was just more convenient for us, and it's going to be an early start. So there's no point of us staying in somewhere else when we have to shimmy over to the hotel and blah, 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 blah. Day one starts in London and then we get tripped across to Paris.
From Paris we spend 3 days there and we go to the Swiss Alps from there. And then we go from the Swiss Alps to the French Riviera. We spend 2 days total in the French Riviera, and then to Rome.
Which is going to be cool because I'm pretty keen on seeing the Colosseum actually.
After spending a couple of days in Rome, we move on to Venice. So we spend a couple of days there. We get to go on a gondola cruise and things like that. It's very romantic. And then we move on to Croatia, which is something that I think is really underrated. I'm really excited about seeing Croatia.
There's a lot of these places I don't know much about.
There's like these underwater, or not underwater, but these caves that we get to explore there if we want to, which I think would be really cool. So I hope you're taking your camera light. So after spending a day in Croatia, we move on to Slovenia and we spend a day there. After a day in Slovenia, we move on to Salzburg and then we spend 2 days in Prague. So then we move on to Berlin, and I think we spend 2 days in Berlin. And we get to go around a lot of that stuff, which I'm really excited about because there's a lot of history there as well that I don't think we get taught in schools here.
Well, it's not something we're exposed to, so it'll be interesting in that sense. Like, I think we go to a concentration camp or something like that. So it's going to be an eye-opener, like a real shocking sort of eye-opener, I think. So yeah, I think it's going to hit us a bit harder then, like to see what sort of shit other people got dealt with in the past and all that sort of
things that New Zealanders and Australians didn't really have.
Yeah.
They weren't too much involved in.
Especially people in like their mid-20s like us, it's just
mind-blowing.
Yeah, it's gonna be a bit shocking and a bit mind-blowing.
We spend the last 3 days of our tour in Amsterdam. So I think there's a few things that we've got planned for that trip and a few optional activities that we can take part in if we want to. And then we move back to London. So
basically that is the bulk of our Topdeck tour. On each one of those days there's going to be multiple activities that Topdeck let us do and that have been included in our fees and stuff that we've paid for and stuff like that. But it's not all dictated by them for what we do. A lot of it is optional, a lot of it you have 2 or 3 choices, so you can sort of pick one or the other. We're not going to follow too many people around. We want to go out there and do what we want to do.
Yeah. We're excited to make friends and we're excited to meet people from other cultures and other walks of life, but we do want to make sure that this trip is something that we make for ourselves, because it's not like we're going to be doing it again in a big rush. It's not like it's a trip that everybody does twice in their life, so we want to make sure that the things that we go and see are the things that we actually want to go and see. Definitely.
Yeah. So I think for the first couple of days we may be like a bit sheepy, you know, like following around, but that's just to get our confidence up, because this is not something we're used to, and it's going to be a big culture shock and a big change for us just getting out in the world, because you know, we're not used to that. So we do have other stuff planned on this trip as well, before and after the Topdeck tour, because that Topdeck tour is our main excitement. But we do have other things on each end that we are able to do ourselves, because we've planned a lot of extra stuff, which you will be filled in on later on, sort of as we go, because that's sort of more, a lot of it's just winging it afterwards.
Yeah.
Like we've got a rough idea and we've got rough plans, but some of that stuff is winging it.
And that's what we wanted as well. We don't want to be restricted by...
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, definitely. Didn't
like
want to be restricted by certain things like that. So this Topdeck tour is going to be insane. Now, because we're filming all of this, we want to involve you, the audience, as much as possible. So if we can help you out in any way by like showing you sort of what we're taking and things like that, we will, because there's going to be a few videos on Amber's channel and a few videos on mine. I know I've already done a sort of a tech travel guide that I'm taking over there, sort of. Yeah, and Amber's done a couple as well. So go check out her channel if you have a partner or something like that that loves fashion and blogging. Go check out Amber's channel. A link will be in the description. Yeah, we just want to have some fun and we want to involve you as much as we can. And yeah, come along with us. It's going to be a great time.
Yeah.
Come explore the world. Catch you all in the next one.